What's going on YouTube? Brandon Lechuga here. Welcome to 303 Streets. Today I thought I'd make a quick video on one of my old cars that I used to own, and it was the Dodge Neon Srt-4. So I just wanted to do a video on, how it performs, and one of the reasons is it's snowing outside today. It's a little hard to see, but it's snowing. So I just wanted to do a review on it. I haven't done a review on it, and it was one of my quicker cars that I've owned. So I thought I would just let people know, because people mostly look at the channel to see reviews on the cars, how to work on cars and stuff, so that's what I mostly do. So I figured, since I've owned the car, I might as well do a review on it. I don't own it currently anymore, but I thought I would still just do a review on it. So to get started, it was a 2005 Dodge Neon Srt-4. Mine was making around 350 horsepower. Yes, it was modified, exhaust, the works, intake, injectors, turbo, everything bigger, intercooler. It was completely modified, heavily modified. So it was making around 350, around 300 to 350 horsepower. But the thing is, they come stock at 230. So we'll just go over the basics right now. It was a 2.4 liter, 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It had a nice blow-off valve, wastegate, whatever you want to call it. It did have the wastegate and on the turbo, so it made a nice good sound when it did the blow-off. So with that being said, like I said, the car made 230 horsepower. It's 4-cylinder. You get roughly 22 miles in the city and 30 on the highway. It's really fuel efficient with it only being a 4-cylinder. With the turbo though, it's nice because you get the little extra boost, the little extra bit of quickness. It was supposed to be comparable to the point of them making the Neon Srt-4 was supposed to be something competitive with like a WRX or the little bit more recent Lancers, the Lancer Rally Arts that are turboed, all-wheel drive. So honestly, the car was really great, really fast. The seats were really comfortable, half cloth, half leather. I actually really liked the stick shift in the middle. The stick shift was really comfortable, really, I don't know, they just positioned it in a really good way. I thought it was great. It was nice because unlike the Mini Coupe and some of the other turbocharged cars I've owned, like the Audi TT, this one comes with a boost gauge to let you know how much boost you're running. So that's kind of cool. Again, the WRX doesn't have that stock, so that's something really cool right there that it comes with. So they try to make this a really sporty rally art kind of car. They try to make it just really aggressive, and again, it was supposed to be competitive to like the WRX and stuff. So with the Neon Srt-4, you get the 18-inch wheels, the more sporty edition, kind of like Challenger SRT10 wheels, like that kind of look. Also with it, you get the functioning hood scoop in the front, which gives it that more aggressive look. And usually, mine was modified, like I said, so I had a body kit on it. It was lowered. It had a little bit wider body kit, a little bit lower. I had a carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber trunk, made it really, really lightweight. These cars come stock though really, really light, and that's what's so great about them, is they're really light. So they're really quick. The only problem with it being really light is sometimes the wheels would spin pretty hard, because it didn't have enough weight in the front, and it is only front wheel drive. So with that being said, that's one of the negatives about it compared to the WRX and the Lancer Rally Art, is those are all-wheel drive, where the Neon only comes in front wheel drive. But even that being said, it did pretty decent in the snow. Again, I had proper tires on it. The tires aren't even that expensive to get on that kind of car, so it's really cheap to maintain. Oil changes are easy. Tires are cheap because they're not overly big or anything like on a truck or something, or they're not super expensive. I got brand new tires on it, I think for it's probably like $400. When they were all seasonal, and they did actually great in the snow. So that car did good in the snow. And like I said, the interior was comfortable. It's a 5-seater. 2 in the front, 3 in the back. It was spacious in the back seat actually, because I had a friend that had one, and I rode in the back of his a few times, and I rode in the back of my own a few times. And yeah, it's really comfortable and spacious. So all around the car, space, utilizing the space on the inside, great. Parking the car, really great, really small, easy to park, not really too difficult to, you know, park in Denver, or if you're in the city. If you're looking for city parking, it's a small car, easy to park. You know, it has a good rumble to it. They sound good. Like I said, I had a 3-inch exhaust on mine. It usually comes with a dual exhaust, but I switched mine out to a full 3-inch exhaust from the way down. But it had a cat in it, but it still sounded really, really, really good. It roared pretty loud. Actually, when I bought the car, it just had the exhaust go halfway to the car, you know, stopped like right under the transmission, so it was really loud. Wasn't street legal. I had to do a lot of things to get the car street legal. I think I had a lemon, to be honest. But one thing I do know about the cars is the transmissions on those cars are junk. So, buyer beware. If you're buying a Neon Srt-4, I've known quite a few people that have had the third gear problem, where third gear grinds really bad, and it's a problem. So if you're looking at buying one, it's a great fun car, but do your research when you're buying it. Make sure that third gear goes into third really easily, and it's a smooth transition, because if not, you're gonna have huge problems. I actually blew my transmission, blew my clutch, and again, it was probably everything was stock on the transmission, which it needed to be built up. So I had a brand new transmission put in. Not brand new, that's a lie. I had a new transmission put in that was lightly used. I put in a brand new stage 2 clutch to make it a little bit stronger and stuff, and you know, they put in that new transmission, and third gear was still grinding really, really bad. So again, if you're looking at getting those new, or if you're looking at getting one of these, make sure that the transmission might be a little bit newer, or it needs to be built, or it wasn't abused. I think that's the biggest thing, is making sure it's not abused. Because if it's abused, there's a good chance that you are going to be dealing with a bad transmission. Other than that, though, you know, the car was great. The interior, like I said, comfortable. It had the boost gauge. It had nice little racing seats, which held you in there pretty good. Nothing really that I can complain about besides the transmission. You know, the car was fast, made a lot of power, really quick. Nowadays, they run for $4,000 to $6,000. You know, you can get a used one for $4,000 to $6,000, and it's really great because they can keep up with the WRXs, and they can keep up with those Lancer Rallyards and stuff. Mine used to actually, I'd always get people rolling up in V8 Mustangs and thinking they were, you know, really hard, and they just thought that their V8 Mustang was the shit. Sorry for cussing. But you know, I'd blow them out of the water because that car is just so light and so quick, and the turbo, you hit boost really, really fast, really, really quick on boost, and it pulls really hard in every gear. First gear is probably the worst, as it is with the usual. Just getting out, after you get out of first, second, you're still pulling boost hard. Third, you're pulling boost. Fourth, you're still pulling boost, and fifth it still has a pretty good pull with boost. So, you know, I thought the car was great. It was really fun. Out of a rating, out of how I liked the car, I'd give it, you know, an 8 out of 10. You know, it was fun. It looked good. Like I said, mine had a body kit, black wheels. The brake calipers already come painted red to give it a little bit more of a sporty look. The wheels are pretty sporty. I like the spoiler that's on it because it kind of looks kind of like a super spoiler. You know, they try to make it big and round. I personally didn't have a spoiler on my car. It was, like I said, I put the carbon fiber trunk on it, so I just had the carbon fiber hood, which still did have the scoop, and then I had the carbon fiber trunk that I didn't put the wing back on because I didn't want to drill into it and stuff. And still, it was a really sharp looking car, fun to drive. And again, if on enjoyment wise, I'd give it probably a 9 out of 10. It was fun, it was quick, it was loud, it sounded good. The blow off valve, and you know, when you hit boost and you let off, it blew off with the wastegate, and it sounded great and everything. So I really loved that. But with the transmission, I'm telling you, make sure if you're looking into getting one of these that the transmission is good. But reliability, I'd probably give it like a 5 to 6 out of 10, just because of the transmission problems. I had the exhaust problem, I had an oil leak problem, I had some wires that were fried, the e-brake wires were fried, the ABS wires were fried. I had to do a lot of work to get that thing street legal because you have to pass emissions and you can't have any lights on. So I did personally a lot of work, and then I had a lot of work done on it too. So, but all around, fun car. If you find a reliable one that hasn't been abused horribly bad, or with a newer transmission, I think you'll be good. Never really had an engine problem. Honestly, they're a pretty good car. But reliability, like I said, I'd give it a 5 out of 6. And you know, if you're watching this video and you own one, let me know what you think of the car, or you have owned one. Let me know if you had any like problems with the car, or if you thought it was great, or if you never even had a problem at all. Like all you had to do was the maintenance, oil change, tires, brake pads, rotors, just the basic stuff. You know, I did do the rotors, I did the brake pads on that car. Fairly cheap, really cheap to replace and stuff. So it's a cheap, easy car to maintain as long as you don't heavily modify it and your transmission's good. Just do regular maintenance on that car and it should be a really well-performing car. Mine only had like 64,000 miles and I had way too many problems with it for how many miles were on that car. It was ridiculous. Oop, don't want to cause an accident. Someone broke down on this hill. Yeah, so I just want to do a quick review on it, what I thought of it. Again, really fun car. I had murdered out tail lights. Everything was murdered out in black. It looked good. It's fun to modify, easy to modify, not too expensive to modify, and it's a quick car that you wouldn't think is really that fast. So, you know, when you think of a Neon, you don't think of quick horsepower, speedy, sporty little cars. So if you're really looking at one and trying to keep it kind of down, like a low key and stuff, and yeah, definitely check into those, because they're great cars. They're fun, and I had a lot of fun. If it was just the transmission, I blew the clutch, invested $5 grand into it. Still third gear was grinding, and that's when I was like, nope, I'm done. And at that point, I probably invested a total of like $9,000 into that car. Quite a bit to get an oil leak fixed, transmission, a new clutch. I fixed the wires. I did a lot of things: tires, brake calipers, rotors, everything, oil leak fix. There was so much stuff that was wrong when I bought it that I invested probably a solid $9,000, not including the purchase of the car. So that one kind of cost me quite a bit. It was one of those learning lessons kind of thing, but it also helped me learn how to work on cars a lot. So yeah, that's just my opinion on that car. Sorry this video went a little bit longer than what it usually does. I just wanted to let you know what I thought about the car, and I wanted to see what you think about it. If you've owned one, or if you've raced one, what you think. Yeah, just let me know. Stay tuned. Sorry for all my followers or my subscribers that watch these videos for cars and stuff. I'm going to be posting a few videos coming up here pretty soon. I actually just bought a new shotgun, and it's actually coming in the mail soon, so I'm going to be showing you how to modify your shotgun for less than $100, make it look really cool, give it some good tactical features, and why I chose to do those modifications. And like I say, every time I do a video like that, I'll usually post 2 videos about cars. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. This is 303 Streets. This is Brandon Lechuga. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you think about the Srt-4. Thank you. Have a good day.